St. Paul, that's in Minnesota, I'm thinking. Looks like a woman's writing, too. Chris, you old devil.
My Josephine, come board the ship. Long time I wait for you.
Speak of the devil, hello, Chris.
Larry, give us drink. Have one yourself. I got money, plenty money. Give us drink.
You got half a snoot bowl now. Where'd you get it?
Other feller on other barge. Irish feller. He got bottle whiskey and we drink it. Just us two. That whiskey got kicked by Ingo. Just come short. Give us drink there. Yeah, I was little drunk. Not much. Just feel good. My Josephine, come board the ship. Long time I wait for you. The boy, she shy. She look just like you.
Same old Yossi, eh, Chris?
You don't know good song when you hear it. Italian feller on other barge, he learned me that. Give us drink, huh?
What's your pleasure?
Whiskey, number 2. You have drink there.
I'll take a cigar on you. Where you in from this time?
Norfolk. We make slow voyage. Skål. Dirty weather, just fog all bloody time.
Hey, Dutchie, you in there?
I forgot. It was Marthy. She come with me.
Still got that same cow living with her.
What you trying to do, Dutchie? Keep me standing out there all day?
I'm sorry, Marthy. I talked to Larry. I forget. What you gonna take for drink, huh?
Give me a scoop of lager and ale.
Lager and ale for Marthy, Larry. Whiskey for me.
Right you are. Here's a letter for you. From St. Paul, Minnesota. And a lady's writing.
Oh, then it come from my daughter Anna. She lived there. I don't get letters from Anna. Must be here.
It's a fine fairy tale you tell him. Your daughter, sure. I bet it's some bum.
No, this come from Anna. I think I'm too drunk to read this letter from Anna. I go sit down at the table for a minute. You bring drinks, Larry.
Where's my lager and ale, you big stiff?
Oh, Larry, bring.
Good news.
That you got? The letter, for God's sake?
By Jiminy, you think. Anna says she's coming right away. She got sick on job in St. Paul, she say. It's short letter, don't tell me much more than that. You know, Marthy, I tell you, I don't see my Anna since she was little girl in Sweden, 5-year-old.
How old she be now?
She must be, let me think. She must be 20-year-old, by you.
You haven't seen her in 15 years?
No, when she was little girl, I was bosun on Windjammer. I never get home only few time in them year. I'm fool sailor feller. My woman, Anna's mother, she get tired wait all time Sweden for me when I don't never come. She come this country, bring Anna. They go out Minnesota, live with her cousins on farm. Then when Anna's mother died, when I'm on voyage, I think it's better them cousins keep Anna. I think it's better Anna live on farm. That way she don't know old devil sea. She don't know father like me.
Well, this girl now will be marrying a sailor herself, likely. It's in your blood.
No, by God, she don't do that.
Hey, you want to spill my suds for me?
What's up with you? Ain't you a sailor yourself and always been?
That's just why I say it. Sailors was all right, feller, but not for Mary girl, no. I know that. Anna's mother, she know it too.
When's your daughter coming, soon?
Jiminy, I forgot. She says she come right away, that's all.
Well, she may be coming here to look for you, I suppose.
I got talk to Larry. I'll be right back. I bring you all the drink.
Sure. That's me.
I get that Marthy shore off barge before Anna comes. Anna raise hell if she find that out. Marthy raise hell too for go by Ingo.
Serve you right, you old devil. Having a woman at your age.
You tell me lie for tell Marthy so she get that barge quick.
If she knows your daughter's coming, tell her to get the hell out of it.
No, I don't like make her feel bad.
You're an old mush. Keep your girl away from the barge, then. She'll likely want to stay ashore anyway. What does she work at, your Anna?
She lived on them cousin's farm until 2 years ago. Then she get young nurse girl in St. Paul. But I don't want for her work now. I want for her stay with me.
On a coal barge.
Yeah.
She'll not like that, I'm thinking.
Don't I get that bucket of suds, Dutchie?
Yes, I come, Marthy.
Now you're in for it. You better tell her straight to get out.
By golly. Marthy.
What's that? I'm wise to what's in back of your nut, Dutchie. You want to get rid of me now that she's coming, huh? Give me the bums rush ashore, huh? Let me tell you, Dutchie, there ain't a squarehead working on a boat man enough to get away with that. Don't start nothing you can't finish.
I don't start nothing, Marthy.
Not a scream, squarehead. An honest to God knockout.
Don't see nothing for laugh at, Marthy.
Aw, take a slant in the mirror and you'll see. A squarehead trying to kid Marthy Owen at this late day. After me camping with bargemen the last 20 years. I'm wise to the game. Up, down, and sideways. I wasn't born and dragged up on the waterfront for nothing. Think I'd make trouble, huh? Not me. I'll pack up my duds and beat it. I'm quitting ya. Get me? I'm telling ya, I'm sick of sticking with ya, and I'm leaving you flat, see? There's plenty of other guys on other barges waiting for me. Always was, I always found. So cheer up, Dutchie. I'll be off on the barge before she comes. You'll be rid of me for good. Me and you. Good riddance for the both of us.
I don't think that. You was good girl, Marthy.
Good girl? Aw, cannibal. Well, you always treated me square yourself. So it's 50-50. Nobody saw it, nobody. We're still good friends, huh?
Oh, yes. Yes, by golly.
That's the topic. In all my time, I tried never to split with no guy with no hard feelings. What was you so scared about, huh? You think I'd kick up a row? That ain't Marthy's way. Think I'd break my heart to lose you, huh? Commit suicide, huh? God. World's full of men, if that's all I had to worry about. Blow me to another scoop, huh? I'll drink your kid's health for you.
Sure thing. I go get him. All the drinks, same for both.
She's not such a bad lot, that one.
She's good girl, I tell you. You know, I celebrate. Give me whiskey here at bar too. You have drink, Larry.
You know I never touch it.
You don't know what you miss. It's cold. Josephine, come aboard the ship. Long time I wait for you. The moon she shines, she look just like you.
God.
A good singer, yes? We drink, huh? I celebrate. Skål! I celebrate 'cause Anna's coming home. You know, Marthy, I never write for her to come 'cause I think I'm no good for her, but all time I hope like hell that someday she won't foresee me and then she come. And that's the way it happened now, by me. What you think she looked like, Marthy? I bet you she's fine, good, strong girl, pretty like that. Living on farm made her like that. And I bet you someday she marry good, steady land feller here in East. Have home all her own. Have kids. And then I'm old grandfather, by golly. And I go and visit him every time I get important near. By him many crickets, I celebrate that. Bring on a great day!
Easy there. Don't be breaking the table, you old coot.
Why, Joseph, come aboard the ship. Long time I wait for you.
Go south to the ears, Dutchy. Go out and put a feed into you. It'll sober you up.
That's good sense for you.
Listen, you don't know what time your kid's liable to show up. You want to be sober when she comes, don't you?
Oh, yes, yes, by golly.
A good beef stew. That'll fix you. Go around the corner.
All right, I'll be back soon, Marthy. My Joseph, come aboard the ship. Long time I wait for you. The moon, she shines.
Rubbing them.
Like you.
Give me a whiskey. Ginger ale on the side. And don't be stingy, baby.
Shall I serve it in a pail?
It suits me down to the ground. What?
Sure. You look all in. Been on a bat?
No. Traveling. Day and a half on the train. And to sit up in a dirty coach all night, too. God, I thought I'd never get here.
Where'd you come from, huh?
St. Paul, out in Minnesota.
Oh, so you're...
All the way from Minnesota, sure. Say, what you laughing at, me?
No, honest kid. I was thinking of something else.
I wouldn't blame you at that. Guess I do look pretty rotten. Just out of the hospital 2 weeks. Say, I'm gonna have another ski. What do you say? Have something on me?
Sure I will, thanks. Hey Larry, little service.
Same for me?
Same here.
Why don't you come sit over here and be sociable? I'm a dead stranger in this burg, and I ain't spoken a word to no one since the day before yesterday.
Sure thing.
Gold. Kiss half.
Here's luck.
Ain't nothing wrong with me, is there? You're looking hot enough.
Ain't got to look much. I got your number the second you walked in the door.
Ain't Hey, you smart. Well, I got yours too, without no trouble. You're me. 40 years from now, that's you.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you straight, kiddo, that Marthy Owen never... What are you and me scrapping over, huh? Let's cut it out. Me, I don't want no hard feelings with no one. Shake and forget it, huh?
I'm too glad to. Are you looking for trouble? Let's have another. What do you say?
Not for mine, I'm full up. And you? Had anything to eat lately?
Not since this morning on the train.
Hadn't you better take it easy?
Yeah, I guess you're right. You gotta meet someone too.
Did you say he was just out of the hospital?
Yes. 2 weeks ago. The joint I was in out in St. Paul got raided. That was the start. The judge gave all us girls 30 days. The others didn't seem to mind being in cooler much. They was used to it. But me, I couldn't stand it. Got my go right. Never could stand being caged in nowhere. I got good and sick and they had to send me to the hospital. It was nice there. I'm sorry to leave it, honest.
You say you gotta meet someone here?
No, it's not what you mean. It's my old man I gotta meet, honest. It's funny, too. I ain't seen him since I was a kid. Don't even know what he looks like. Only got a letter every now and then, and this was always the only address to give me to write him back. He's janitor of some building here now. Used to be a sailor.
Janitor?
Sure. You know, I was thinking, seeing as he ain't never done a thing for me in my life, he might be willing to take me to a room and some meat till I get rested up. And I ain't expecting much from him. You get a kick when you're down, that's what all men do. And then, I hate him, all of them. And I don't expect he'll be any better than the rest. Do you hang out around this belt much?
Oh, off and on.
Then maybe you know him. My old man, or at least seen him.
It ain't old Chris, is it?
Old Chris.
Chris Christopherson, his full name is.
Yes, that's him. Well, Anna Christopherson is my real name, only out there I called myself Anna Christie. So you know him, eh?
I've seen him about for years.
So what's he like? Tell me honest.
He's short.
No, and I don't care what he looks like. What kind is he?
Well, you can bet your life, kid. He's as good an old guy that ever walked on 2 feet. That goes.
Glad to hear it. And you think he'll take me to that rest cure I'm after?
Surest thing you know. Where'd you get the idea he was a janitor?
He wrote me it was himself.
Well, he was lying. He ain't. He's captain of a barge. 5 men under him.
Barge? What kind of a barge?
Coal, mostly.
Coal barge? Gee, ain't that a swell job to find a long-lost old man working at? You know something bound to go wrong always does with me?
What do you mean?
Well, I suppose he lives on the boat, don't he?
Sure. What about it? Can't you live on it too?
Me? What a coal barge, what do you think I am?
What do you know about barges? I bet you ain't never seen one. That's what comes of his bringing you up inland, away from the old devil sea where you'd be safe. God.
He's bringing me up, is that what he tells people? I like his nerve. He let them cousins of my old woman keep me on their farm and work me to death like a dog.
Well, he's got some queer notions on some things, but I heard him say a farm was the best place for a kid.
Sure, that's what he'd always answer back. And a lot of crazy stuff about keeping me away from the sea, stuff I couldn't make heads or tail to. Thought he might be nutty.
He is on that one point. So, you didn't fall for life on the farm, huh?
I should say not. The old man of the family, his wife and 4 sons, I had to slave for all of them. It was only a poor relation, and they treated me worse than they dare treat a hired girl. I was one of them sons, the youngest, and started me when I was 16. After that, I hated them worse than hell, so I killed them all if I stayed, so I ran away to St. Paul.
I heard old Chris talk about you being a nurse girl out there. Is that all a bluff you put up when you wrote him?
Not in your life it wasn't, it was true. For 2 years. Didn't go wrong all at one jump. Being a nurse, though, just what finished me. And taking taking care of other people's kids and always listening to them bawling and crying, caged in when you were a kid yourself and you want to go out and see things. At last I got my chance to get into that house, and you bet your life I took it, and I ain't sorry neither. It's all men's fault. It's men on the farm ordering and beating me and starting me wrong. And then when I was a nurse, it was men again, hanging around and bothering me, trying to see what they could get. Now it's men all the time. Men, I hate them. Every mother's son of them. Don't you?
Oh, I don't know, kid. There's good ones and bad ones. You just had a run of bad luck with them, that's all. But your old man now, old Chris, he's a good one.
You'll have to show me.
You went on writing him you was a nurse girl still, even after you was in the house, didn't you?
Sure. Not that I think he'd care a darn.
You're all wrong about him, kid. I know old Chris well for a long time now. He's talked to me about you lots of times. He thinks the world of you. Honest, he does.
Now quit the kidding.
Honest. Only, he's a simple old guy, see? He's got nutty notions, but he means well. Honest, he does. Listen to me, kid. It's Joe.
What's up?
I call me Larry, that grub tastes good.
That's him now. Brace up. Why, hello, Chris. Come here. I want to tell you something. Listen, I'm going to beat it down to the barge, pack it in your duds, and blow. That's her, your Anna. Just come, waiting for you. Treat her right, see? She's been sick. Well? So long. So long, kid. I gotta beat it now. See you later.
So long.
What's up now?
Nothing. Anna.
Hello? Father? She told me it was you. I just got here a little while ago.
It's good to see you after all them years, Anna.
Yeah? It's good to see you too.
Anna lilla.
Hey, what's that? Swedish? I don't know it. Gee, I had an awful trip coming here. I had to sit up in a dirty coach all night too. Couldn't get no sleep hardly. And then I had a hard job finding this place. I never been to New York, you know. So it was all just...
awful pretty girl. You know that, Anna? I bet all men see you fall in love with you.
Hey, cut that. You talk the same as they all do.
Ain't no harm for your father talk that way, Anna.
No. Of course not. Why, it's funny seeing you and not remembering nothing. You're like a stranger.
I suppose. Don't come home but few times when you was kid in Sweden. You don't remember that.
No. Why didn't you never come home them days? Why didn't you never come out west to see me?
I think after your mother died, when I'm away on voyage, it's better for you don't never see me. I don't know, Anna, why I don't come home in all year. I won't come home end of every voyage. I won't see your mother, your two brothers, before they was drowned. You, when you was born. But I don't go. I sign on other ships, go South America, go Australia, go China. Go every port, all over the world, many times. But I never board ship sail for Sweden. Then I get money for pay passage home as passenger, then I forget and spend all money. Then I think again it's too late. I don't know why. But that's way with most sailor feller, Anna. That old devil sea make them crazy fools with their dirty tricks, it's all.
You think the sea's to blame for everything, do you? You're still working on it, ain't you? After all you wrote me about hating it? The Dane was here, said that you was a captain of a coal barge, and you wrote me you was a janitor.
I work on that long time as a janitor. Just short time ago I get this job because I was sick. Sick, need open air.
Say, you? You never think it?
And this ain't real sailor, Johanna. This ain't real boat on sea. She's just old tub. Like piece of land with house on it that float. Job on her ain't sea job.
I can't see no difference. Speaking of being sick, I've been there myself. Just out of the hospital 2 weeks.
You, Anna, I call you. You feel better now, though, don't you? You look a little tired, that's all.
I am. Tired to death. Need a good long rest, and I don't see much chance of getting it.
What do you mean, Anna?
When I made up my mind to come and see you, I thought you was a janitor. And you might have a place where, if you didn't mind having me, I might visit for a while and rest up. So I've been able to get back on the job again.
But I got a place, Anna, nice place. You rest all you want, I give thee. You don't never got to work as nurse girl no more. You stay with me, I got me.
And you're really glad to see me, honest?
Anna, I see you like hell, I tell you. You don't talk about getting job no more. You stay with me. I don't see you for a long time. You don't forget that. I'm getting old. I got no one in the world but you.
Sounds good to hear someone talk to me that way. It's funny, if you're so lonesome, why didn't you ever marry again?
I love your mother too much for ever do that, Anna.
I don't remember nothing about her. What was she like?
I tell you all about everything. And you tell me all things happen to you, but not here and now. This ain't good place for a young girl anyway. Only no good sailor feller come here for get drunk. You come with me, Anna. You need to lie down. Get rest. Yes.
Hey, where you going?
Come, we get on board.
On board your barge, you mean? Yeah, next to mine. That's a good place for a young girl, do you? On a coal barge?
Yes, I think. You don't know how nice it's on barge, Anna. Come. And we get hold out on voyage, huh? Just water all around, and sun, and fresh air, and good grub for make you strong, healthy girl. You see many things you don't see before. You got moonlight at night, maybe. See steamer pass. See schooner make sail. See everything that's pretty. You only take rest like that.
Sure love to take a trip on the water, all right? Right. Guess I'll go down and have a look.
We go, huh?
Hey, wait a second. What's the rush? Gee, I'm thirsty.
I'm sorry, Anna. What do you think you like for drink?
Oh, I'll have... I don't know. What do they got here?
Oh, I don't think they got much fancy drink for a young girl in this place, Anna. Ginger ale, sarsaparilla.
Make it sass, then.
You know what? We celebrate, yes? This one time because we meet after many years. They got good port wine. It's good for you, I think. Little bit. Forgive your appetite. It ain't strong either. One glass don't go to your head, I promise.
All right, I'll take four.
Go get it.
Can't stand this. I better beat it.
Well, who's the blonde?
But that's Anna, Larry.
Your daughter, Anna?
Don't you think she's pretty, girl, Larry?
Sure. Peach.
You betcha. Give me a drink for a take back, Larry. One port wine for Anna. She celebrated this one time with me, and small beer for me.
A small beer, huh? She's reforming you already.
You bet. You look tired, Anna. Well, I make you take good long rest, huh? Come, you drink wine. It put new life in you. Skål, Anna. Oh, you know that Swedish word?
Skål. Skål. I guess I do know that word, all right, all right. Yes, here I am. What do you want?
Don't you come in, Anna. It's late, after 4 bells. It ain't good for you to stay out here in fog like this.
Why not? I love this fog, honest. It's so funny and still. I feel as if I was out of things altogether.
Fog's worst one of her dirty tricks by you.
Beefing about the sea again? I'm getting so as I love it. The little I've seen.
That's foolish talk, Anna. You see her more, you don't talk that way. But I'm glad you like it on barge. I'm glad it makes you feel good again. You like live like this, all alone with old father, huh?
Sure I do. Everything's been so different from anything I ever come across before. And now this fog. I wouldn't have missed it for nothing. I never thought living on ships could be so different from land. I just love to work on it, honest I would if I was a man. I don't wonder you always been a sailor.
I ain't sailor, and this ain't real sea. You only see nice part. Well, fog lifting morning, I think.
Well, I love it. I don't give a rap if it never lifts. It makes me feel clean. Out here as if I'd taken a bath.
You better get in cabin, read book. That put you to sleep.
I don't want to sleep. I want to stay out here and think about things.
You act funny tonight, Anna.
Say, what are you trying to do? Make things rotten? You've been kind as kind can be to me, and I certainly appreciate it. Only don't spoil it all now. Let's talk of something else.
It's getting pretty late tonight. Must be near 5 bells.
5 bells? What time is that?
10:30.
It's funny. I don't know nothing about sea talk. His cousins was always talking crops and stuff.
You don't like living farm on,
I
huh?
told you 100 times I hated it. I'd rather have one drop of ocean than all the farms in the world. And you wouldn't like a farm neither. Here's where you belong. We're not on a coal barge. You belong on a real ship, sailing all over the world.
I've done that many years, Anna, and I was damn fool.
Were the men in our family always sailors as far back as you know about?
Yes, damn fool. All men in our village on Coast Street and go to sea. Ain't nothing else for them to do. My father died on board ship in Indian Ocean. He's buried at sea. I don't never see him, only little bit. Then my 3 brothers, older than me, they go on ships. Then I go too. Then my mother, she's left alone after that. She died pretty soon after that, all alone. It was all of her on voyage when she died. Then, 2 my brother, they get lost on fishing boat, same like your brothers was drowned. My other brother, he saved money, give up sea, then he die home in bed. He's the only one that old devil don't kill. But me, I bet you I die ashore in bed too.
Were all of them just plain sailors?
Able-bodied seamen, most of them. They was all smart seamen too, Havana. I was bosun.
Bosun?
That's kind of officer.
What does he do?
Hard work all the time. It's rotten, I tell you, for go to sea. They're all fool feller, them feller in our family. They all work rotten job on sea for nothing. Don't get nothing but just get big payday in pocket, get drunk, get robbed, ship away again on another voyage. They don't come home.
And all the women in the family marry sailors.
Yes, and it's bad on them like hell, worst of all. They don't see the men only once in long while. Sit and wait all alone. Then when their boys grow up, go to sea, they sit and wait some more.
I feel old.
Oh,
Sure. As if I'd lived a long, long time out here in this fog. I don't know how to tell you just what I mean, but it's like I'd come home after a long visit away someplace. I feel as if everything is so familiar, as if I'd been here before lots of times on ships in the same fog. You must think I'm off my base.
anybody feel funny that way in fog?
Well, why do you suppose I feel so as if I found something I'd missed and been looking for? As if this was the right place for me to fit in. And I seem to have forgot all that's happened. As if it didn't matter no more. And I feel clean, somehow. Like you feel just after you took a bath. And I feel happy. Happier than I ever been anywhere before. It's nutty for me to feel this way, don't you think?
I think I'm damn fool for bring you on voyage on that.
Well, you talk nutty tonight yourself. You act as if you was afraid something was gonna happen.
No, only God know that on
Then
that.
it's God's will, like the preachers say, what does happen.
No, that whole devil sea, she ain't God.
Ahoy!
What's that?
I tell you, that scared me for a minute. It's just some feller hail on lose his course in fog. Must be fisherman's powerboat. His engine break down, I guess.
Ahoy!
Some from this side. She coming from open sea. Ahoy there! What's trouble?
Who are you, you scut?
You're rowing. They come up my bow, I think. This way!
Why don't that guy stay where he belongs?
This way!
What's the trouble?
Sailor fella. A drink will fix you. Stew too.
Right, devil. I beat you, devil. I beat you fair and square.
Hey. Hey, here you go. It's a drink for you. You need it, I guess. Whoa.
There's a dreaming I am.
Drink it in, you'll find it ain't no drink.
Yeah, to hell with the drink.
All right?
I'll take it just the same. I needed that. I thought you was some mermaid out of the sea come to torment me. Hey, real flesh and blood, nevertheless.
Cut that!
But tell me this. Isn't this a barge I'm on, or isn't it?
Sure.
And what is a fine, handsome woman the like are you doing on this scow?
Never you mind. Say, you're a great one, honest. Starting right in kidding after what you've been through.
Ah, it was nothing. Is it for a real man with guts to him, the like of me? All in a day's work, darling. But I won't be denying, 'twas a damn narrow squeak. Us to be with David Jones at the bottom of the sea, be rights. If not for the great strength and guts as in me, I'd be being scoffed by the fishes this minute.
Gee, you hate yourself, don't you? More inside and lie down, you must want to sleep.
Well, I don't sleep, is it? Devil a wink I'm after having for 2 days or nights, a devil a bit I need now. I could have tree down with one hand tied behind me, and I could take all hands on this tube, one by one, as tired as I am.
You're a hard guy, ain't you? Never mind this fight talk. I'll take your word for all you've said. Go on and sit down here anyway if I can't get you to come inside. You're all in. You might as well own up to it.
Ah, the hell I am.
Well, be stubborn then for all I care. And I must say I don't care for your language. The men I know don't pull that rough stuff when ladies are around.
Ladies? Devil ninja! Let you not be making game of me. What's what ladies been doing on this bloody hole?
Hey!
Yes, I know. You're not the old squarehead's woman, I suppose you'd be telling me next. Living in his cabin with him, no less. But I do be thinking ever since the first look my eyes took at you, that it's a fool you are to be wasting yourself. A fine, handsome girl on a stubby runt of a man like the old Swede. There's too many strapping great lads on the sea would give their heart's blood for one kiss of you.
Lads like you, eh?
You think the words out of me mouth. I'm the proper lad for you. If it's myself do be saying it.
Hey, let go of me, you big mutt! Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up!
God, stop it.
Coming to all right? Scared for a moment I killed you.
Killed, is it? They take more than a bit of a blow to crack me thick skull. But glory be, it's a power of strength in the two fine arms of yours. There's not a man in the world can say the same as you, that he's seen Malberg lying at his feet and him dead to the world.
Forget it, I'm sorry it happened. Well, you had no right to be getting fresh with me. Listen now, don't go getting any more wrong notions. I'm only on this barge because I'm making a trip with my father. The captain's my father, now you know.
The old squarehead? The old Swede, I mean?
Yes.
Sure, I might have known it, if I wasn't a bloody fool from birth. Where else you get that fine yellow hair as like a golden crown on your head?
Say, Nothing stops you, does it? But don't you think you ought to be apologizing for what you said and done just a minute ago, instead of trying to kid me with that mush?
Mush. Indeed. Then I'll ask for your pardon 1,000 times and on my knees if you like. No, I didn't mean a word of what I said or did. The devil a woman in all the ports of the world has ever made a great fool of me that way before.
I see. You're a lady killer and they all fall for you.
Leave off your fooling. 'Tis that is after getting me back up at you. 'Tis no lie I'm telling you about the woman. Though it's a great jackass I am to be mistaken you, even in anger. For the like of them cows on the waterfront is the only woman I've met up with since I was grown to a man. I'm a hard rough man, and I'm not fit, I'm thinking, to be kissing the shoe soles of a fine, decent girl the like of yourself. Forgive me. And let us be friends from this out. I'm thinking I'd rather be friends with you than have me wish for anything else in the world.
Sure.
Oh, God bless you.
Ow!
Ah, you pardon this. 'Tis a clumsy ape I am. It's a great power I do have in me hand and arm, and I do be forgetting at times.
Some small, all right?
There's no lie, why shouldn't I be? With me shoveling 1,000,000 tons of coal in the stockholes of ships since I was a lad only. Let you sit down now, miss, and I'll be telling you a bit of myself, and you'll be telling me a bit of yourself. And an hour we'll be as old friends as if you was born in the same house. Sit down now, if you please.
But we won't talk about me. See, you'll tell me about the wreck and about yourself?
I'll tell you surely. But can I be asking you one question that has me head in a puzzle?
I don't know, what is it?
What is it you do when you're not taking a trip with the old man? For I'm thinking a fine girl the like of you ain't living always on this tub.
No, of course I ain't. Well, I'll tell you then. I'm a governess. See, I take care of kids for people and learn them things.
Oh, what governess is it? You must be smart, surely.
Let's not talk about me. Tell me about the wreck, like you promised me you would.
'Twas this way, miss. 2 weeks out, we ran into the devil's own storm, and she sprang one hell of a leak up forward. The skipper was hoping to make Boston before another blow would finish her. But 10 days back, we met up with another storm, the like of the first, only worse. 4 days we was in it with green seas raking over her from bow to stern. That was a terrible time, God help us. And if 'twasn't for me and my great strength, I'm telling you, and it's God's truth, there'd be mutiny itself in the stockhole. 'Twas me held them to it, with a kicks to one and a clutch to another, and they not caring a damn for the engineers anymore, but fearing a clut on me right hard more than they'd fear the sea itself.
You did some hard work, didn't you?
I did that. Now I diddle for sticking it out when them next week give up. But much good it did anyone. 'Tis a mad fight and scramble the last second with each man for himself.
And all the others was drowned?
They was surely.
What a terrible end.
A terrible end for the like of them swabs as live on land, maybe. But for the like of us does be roaming the seas, a good end, I'm telling you, quick and clean.
Yes, clean. That's just the word for all of it, the way it makes me feel.
The say you mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you have a bit of it in your blood too. Your old man wasn't only a barge rat, begging your pardon, all his life by the cut of him.
No, he was bosun on sailing ships for years, and all the men on both sides have gone to sea as far back as he knows about, he says. And all the women have married sailors too.
Did they now? It's only on the sea you find rail men with guts as fits to wed with fine, high-tempered girls. The like of yourself.
You go kidding again. You was going to tell me about yourself? You're Irish? Of course I can tell that.
Yes, thank God. Though I've not seen the sight of it in 15 years.
Sailors never do go home hardly, do they? As my father was saying.
He wasn't telling no lie. It's a hard and lonesome life to see is. The only women you meet in the ports of the world to be willing to speak you a kind word isn't woman at all. You know the kind I mean. And they're a poor, wicked lot, God forgive them. They're looking to steal the money from you only.
I guess I better go see what's doing inside.
Don't go on saying. Is it I've given you offence with me talking of the like of him? Don't heed it at all. I'm clumsy in my wits when it comes to talking proper to a girl the like of ya. And why shouldn't I be? Since an ale at home for to go to sea, punch and coal. This is the first time I've had a word with a real decent woman. So don't turn your back on me now and we'll be getting to be friends.
And I ain't sorry you, honest.
God bless you.
But if you honestly think the sea's such a rotten life, why don't you get out of it?
Work on land, is it? Digging spuds in the muck from down the dark, I suppose. I wasn't made for it, miss.
I thought you'd say that.
But there's good jobs and bad jobs at sea like there be at land. I'm thinking if it's in the stokehole of a proper liner I was, I'd be able to have a little house and be home to it 1 week out of 4. And I'm thinking that maybe then I have the luck to find a fine, decent girl, the like of herself now, would be willing to wed with me.
Why, sure. Why not?
Then you think that a girl the like of yourself might maybe not mind the past at all, but only be seeing the good herself within me.
Why, sure.
She'll not be sorry for it to take me off. There's no more drinking or roving about how be doing then. They're giving me payday into her hand. And staying at home with her as meek as a lamb each night of the week I'd be in port.
All you gotta do is find this girl then.
I have found her.
You have? When? You were saying you was looking for her.
This night. But she'll be having me. Tis you, I mean.
Say, are you going crazy? Are you trying to kid me? Propose it to me. For goodness sake, on such short acquaintance.
I'm telling you, there's the will of God that brought me safe through the storm and fog to the one spot in the world where you was. Take it that's now and
Anna! Anna, you get below, you hear?
Hey, who you talking to, a slave?
You need get rest, Anna. You get sleep. And you, what are you doing here? You ain't sick? Get below.
Oh, he is sick. Look at him. He can hardly stand up.
Is he giving me orders, you are? Let you look out, then. With one hand weak as I am, I can break you in two and fling the pieces over the side. I was forgetting. You're her old man, and I'd not raise a fist to you for the world.
Better come inside the cabin, then. You can have my bed if there ain't no other place.
Glory be to God. Is it holding me arm around your neck, you are? Anna. Anna. Sure is a sweet name as suited to you.
Shush.
Wished is it? Indeed, I know not. I'll roar it out like a foghorn over the sea. You're the girl of the world that will be married soon, and I don't care who knows it.
Never mind that talk. You go to sleep.
That's your dirty tricks, damn old devil you. But you don't do that. Not while I'm living. No, by God, you don't!
Oh, shush.
Medical emergency.
someone's feeling good. Gee, I wish we was out. I was dumping back in New York.
I'm glad that we sail again too. I don't see why you don't like Boston, though. You have good time here, I think. We go ashore all time, every day and night, week we've been here. We go to movies, see show, got all kinds of fun. Oh, that damn Irish fella.
For heaven's sake, you up on that again? The Harmon is taking me around. Want me to sit day and night in this cabin with you and knit? I got a right to have as good a time as I can.
But it ain't right kind of fun, not with that feather, no.
I've been back on board every night by 11, eh? Hey, what did you mean by what you just said?
Nothing but what I say, Anna.
You said, ain't right. You said it funny. So you ain't trying to insinuate something wrong is between us, are you?
No, Anna, no, I swear to God, I never did that.
Well, don't you never think it neither. If I dreamt you thought that, I'd get the hell out of this barge so quick you couldn't see me for dust.
I wouldn't never dream of... You was getting learn to swear. That ain't nice for a young girl, you think?
Oh. Excuse me, you ain't used to such language, I know. What you're taking me to see is done for me.
No, that ain't me. It's that damn sailor fella learn you bad things.
He ain't a sailor, he's a stoker.
That was million times worse, I tell you. Them fellas that worked below shoveling coal was the dirtiest rough gang of no good fellas in the world.
I hate to hear you say that to Matt.
Oh, I tell him same thing. You don't get it in head I'm scared of him just because he was stronger than I was. You don't get for fight with fists with them fellas. There's other way for fix him.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
You better not. I wouldn't start no trouble with him. If I was you, you might forget you was old. And my father, and then you'd be out of luck.
But just let him. I may be old bird, but I bet I show him trick or two.
Oh, come on, be good. What's eating you anyway? You want no one else to be nice to me except yourself?
Yes, I want, Anna, only not feller on sea. But I like for you very steady feller, got good job on land. You've little home in country all your own.
No, cut it, little home in the country. I wish you could have seen the little home in the country where you had me in jail till I was 16. Someday you're gonna get me so mad I'm gonna let loose and tell you a lot of things that'll open your eyes.
Don't want.
I know you don't want, but you keep on talking just the same.
I don't talk no more than Anna.
And promise me you'll cut out saying nasty things about Malberg every chance you get.
Why? You like that feather very much, Anna?
Yes, I certainly do. He's a regular guy, no matter what faults he's got. And one of his fingers is worth all the hundreds of the men I met out there inland.
Maybe you think you love him then?
What of it if I do?
Maybe you think you marry him?
No. No. If I met him 4 years ago, or even 2 years ago, I'd have jumped at the chance, I tell you that straight. And I would now. Only he's such a simple guy. He's a big kid and I ain't got the heart to fool him. Only don't say he ain't good enough for me, it's me ain't good enough for him.
I get me. You go crazy, I think, Anna.
Here I was thinking I was myself these last few days. Well, I guess I'll go take a walk down to the edge of the dock and see what's doing. Love to watch the ships passing. Matt'll be along before long. You tell him where I am, will you?
All right, I tell him. Dirty old devil, you.
Way and up she rises, way and up she rises, way and up she rises early in the morning.
Well, God bless who's here. And how's the world treating you this afternoon? Anna's father.
Pretty good, if it ain't for some fellers.
Meaning me, do ya? Well, if you ain't the funny old crank of a man. Well, where's yourself? Where's Anna, I'm after asking ya?
She go down in the dock.
I'll be going down to her then. But first, I'm thinking I'll take this chance when we're alone to have a word with ya. And that word is soon said. I'm marrying your Anna before this day is out, and you might as well make up your mind to it, whether you like it or no.
That's easy for say.
You mean I won't? Is it the like of yourself will stop me, are you thinking?
Yes, I stop it if it come to worst.
God help ya.
But ain't no need for me to do that. Anna say, when she go on with it.
Is it Anna you think will prevent me?
Yes.
I'm telling you she'll not. She knows I'm loving her and she loves me the same and I know it.
She just have fun. She make big fool of you, that's all.
So lie in your throat, devil mend ya.
No, it ain't lie. She tell me just before she go out, she never marry feller like you.
I'll not believe it. 'Tis a great old liar you are, and a devil to be making a power of trouble if you had your way. Let us be talking it out now as man to man. You're her father. It would be a shame for us to be at each other's throats like a pair of dads, and I married with Anna. So out with the truth, man alive. What is it you have against me at all?
Well, I don't want for Anna get married. Listen, you feller. I'm old man. I don't see my Anna for 15 years. She's all I got in the world. And now she come on first trip. You think I want her to leave me alone again?
Would you not be thinking I have no heart at all for the way you've been feeling?
Then you do the right thing, huh? You ship away again, leave Anna alone. Big fella like you that's on sea, he don't need wife. He get new girl in every port, you know.
God, Stephen, yeah. I'll not be giving you the lie on that. But it'll take ya. There comes a time to every man on sea or land that isn't a born fool, when he's sick of the lot of them cows and wearing his hurt house to meet up with a fine, decent girl and have a home to call his own and be rearing up children in it. Just what use you're asking me to leave Anna. She's the one woman of the world for me, and I can't live without her now, I'm thinking.
You forget all about her 1 week out of port, I bet you.
Death itself wouldn't make me forget her, so let you not be making talk to me about leaving her. It's queer you'd be the one to be making trouble about her leaving you, when you never laid eyes on her once in all them years.
I thought it was better she'd stay away. Grow a building where she don't know that old devil sea.
Is it blaming the sea for your troubles you are again, God help you. Well, I don't know that no. 'Twas in her blood anyway.
I don't want for her ever know no good feather on sea.
She knows one now.
That's just it. That's just what you are. No good sailing feather. You think I let her life be made sorry by you, saying like her mother's was? By me? No, I swear. She don't marry you if I got to kill you first.
Glory be to God! It's bold talk you have for a stumpy runt of a man.
Well, you see.
I'll see, surely. I'll see myself when I'm married this day, I'm telling you. It's queer false blather you have about the sea done this and the sea done that. You ought to be ashamed to be saying the like, and you a old sailor yourself. I'm thinking it's a poor weak thing you are and not a man at all.
You see if I'm man, maybe quicker than you think.
You know the truth is in your heart. Great fear of the sea has made you a liar and coward itself. The sea is the only life for a man with guts and who isn't afraid of his own shadow. It's only on the sea he's free and then roving the face of the world. 'Twas yourself knew it once, and you were boasting for years.
Crazy fool, I tell
Yeah,
you.
you swallowed the anchor. They say you give you a clutch once, knocks you down, and you're not man enough to get up for another, but lie there for the rest of your life howling bloody murder. Isn't it myself? The sea has nearly drowned, and me battered in mates till I was that close to hell I could hear the flames roaring, and never going out to me till the sea gave up, and it's saying the great strength and guts of a man was in me.
Yes, you was hell of feather, here you tell it.
What's the whole story of it? And the picture itself in the newspapers of Boston a week back. Sure, I'd like to see the best of your youth do the like of what I done in the storm and after. There's a mad lunatic straight you would fear you'd be this minute.
You was young fool. In old year, When I was on Vinyammer, I was 200 stores worse than that. Ships was ships then. And men that sail on them was real men. And now what you got on steamers? You got fellers on deck, don't know ship from Moscow. And below decks, you got fellers just know how to shovel coal. My Gus's men work on coal wagon ashore.
Is it casting insults at the men in the stockhole, you are, you old ape? God stiffen ya. One of them is worth any 10 stockfish swilling squireheads ever shipped on a windbag.
Irish swine, you.
Oh, don't you like the Irish, you old baboon? Is that your nin and your family now? An Irishman and the man in the stockhole to put guts in it so that you'll not be having grandchildren, but be fearful cowards and jackasses alike of yourselves.
You look out!
And it's that you'll be having, no matter what you'll do to prevent me. For Anna and me will be married this day, and no old fool the like of you will stop us when I've made up my mind.
You don't!
Here's a no. Here's a. Here's a. Old man is getting childish, shouldn't play with knives. Well, 'tis a bold old man you are just the same. And I never think it was in you to come tackling me alone.
Hello, Mac. You here already? I was down. What's up? How did that chair get knocked over? You wasn't fighting with him, Ed, after you promised me you
I
wouldn't.
not laid a hand on him, Anna. Let you not be worried at all. 'Twas only a bit of an argument we was having to pass the time till you come.
Must have been some argument when you get to throwing chairs. What's it about? Why don't you say something?
We was talking about ships and fellers on sea.
Oh. The old stuff, eh?
Who's not after telling you the whole of it? We was arguing about you, mostly.
About me?
I'll be finishing out right here and now in your presence if you're willing.
Sure, what was it all about?
No, you don't do that. You tell him you don't want to hear it, Anna.
Sure I do. I want this cleared up.
But now, you was going short, yes? You
Yes!
got time.
Right here and now. You tell me, Max, if you don't want to.
The whole of it's in a few words only, so we make no mistake, and in hating the sight of me. I told him in his teeth I loved you. And that's God's truth, Hannah. And well, you know it.
He tells the same thing to girl every port he goes.
Shut up, will you? I know it's true. I don't mind anything he says.
God bless you.
And then what?
And then? Well, and then I said I was sure. I told him I thought you had a bit of love for me too. So you do, Anna. That you not destroy me entirely.
You told him that? Well, no wonder he was mad. Or maybe I do. Maybe it's true. I didn't want to. I'll own up to that. I tried to cut it out. But I guess I couldn't help it anyhow. So I guess it's true. Oh, sure, it's true. What's the use in kidding myself any different? Sure. I love you, man.
Anna.
God be praised.
And I ain't never loved a man before in my life. You can always believe that, no matter what happens.
Sure I do believe in every word you ever said or ever will say. And 'tis you and me will be having a grand, beautiful life together to the end of our days.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, is it? The devil you say. I'll be coming back at you in a second for more of the same. You heard the words from her lips. Confess I bade you. Hold up like a man when you're bade fair and square. And here's me hand to you. And let you take it, and we'll shake and forget what's over and done to be friends from this out.
I don't shake hands with you, feather, not where I live.
The back of my head here, then, if that suits you better. 'Tis a rotten bad loser you are just the same.
I don't lose. Anna says she like you a little bit, but she don't say she married you a bit.
No, I wasn't hearing her say this only shining either.
That's all right. She don't say it, just say it.
No, I didn't say it, Matt.
There, you hear?
You're waiting until you do the ask, you mean? Well, I'm asking you now. And we'll be married this day with the help of God.
You heard what I said, Matt, after I kissed you?
No, I just remember.
I said goodbye. Matt, that kiss was for goodbye.
What do you mean?
I can't marry you, Matt, and we've said goodbye, and that's all.
I know it. I know that it's so.
Ah. As I make a game of thee. It is a queer time to joke with me, and don't be doing it for the love of God.
You think I'd kid you? No. No, I'm not lying. Man, I mean what I said.
You don't, you can't. Tis mad you're on saying.
No, I'm not.
Well, what's come over you so sudden? You was just saying you loved me.
I'll say that as often as you want, it's true.
Boy, what a devil dame. Oh, God help me, I can't make head or tail of it at all.
Because it's the best way out I can figure, Matt. I've been thinking it over and thinking it over day and night for a week. Don't you think it ain't been hard on me, too?
For the love of God, tell me then. What is it that's preventing you from wedding me when the two of us has loved? Is it giving heed to the like of that old fool you are? And then hating me and filling your ears full of bloody lies?
Yes, Anna, believe me, not you. She know her old father don't lie, like you.
You sit down, do you hear? What are you coming butting in and making things worse? You're like the devil, you are. Good Lord, and I was beginning to like you. Forget all I had held up against you.
I got nothing for hold against me, Anna.
Ain't I, yes, let me tell you. Say, man, I'm surprised at you. You think anything he could say would make any difference to me?
Sure, what else would it be?
Think I've paid any attention to his crazy... Oh, gee. You must take me for a 5-year-old kid.
I don't know how to take you. When you're saying this 1 minute and not the
Yeah,
next.
well, we had nothing to do with it, okay?
Then what is it has? Tell me, and don't keep me waiting and sweating blood.
I can't tell you and I won't. I've got a good reason and that's all you need to know. I can't marry you and that's all there is to it. For God's sake, let's talk of something else.
Oh, not! Is it married to someone else you are? In the West, maybe?
I should say no.
To the devil with all the other reasons then. They don't matter to me at all. We had enough of talk. Let you be going to your room now and be dressing in your best and we'll be going ashore.
No, my God, she don't do that.
Say, where do you get that stuff?
Never mind, let you go get dressed some saying. We'll be staying home in the end, Mary, you.
You stay here, Anna, you hear?
She'll do what I say. You've had your hold on her long enough, it's my turn now.
Your turn. Say, what am I anyway?
Tis not what you are, tis what you're going to be this day. And that's married to me before night comes.
You don't do one thing he tell you,
She
Anna.
will so.
I tell you she don't. I'm her father.
She will in spite of you. She's saying my orders for this house, not yours.
Orders is good.
Hurry up and shake the labor, no time to be wasted.
You stay there, Anna.
You can go to hell, both of you. You're like all the rest of them, you two. God. I think I was a piece of furniture. I'll show you. Sit down now. Sit down and let me talk for a minute. You're all wrong. See? Oh, listen to me. I'm going to tell you something and then I'm going to beat it. I'm going to tell you a funny story, so pay attention. I've been meaning to turn it loose on him every time he'd get my goat with his bull about keeping me safe inland. And I wasn't going to tell you, but you forced me into it, and what's the diff? It's all wrong anyway. And you might as well get cured that way as any other. Oh, don't forget what you said a minute ago about it not mattering to you what other reason I got. As long as I wasn't married already.
That's my word, I'll stick to it.
What a chance. You make me laugh. Want to bet? Wait and see. First thing is, I'm going to tell you two guys something. You was going on as if one of you had got to own me, but nobody owns me, see? Excepting myself. I'll do what I please, and no man I don't give a hoot who he is can tell me what to do. I ain't asking either of you for a living. I can make it myself one way or another. I'm my own boss, see? So put that in your pipe and smoke it, you and your orders.
I wasn't meaning it that way at all, and well, you know it. 'Tis him you've a right.
I'm coming to him, but you did mean it that way too. You sounded just like all the rest of them.
I am not like all the rest of them.
Get it, shut up and let me talk for a change.
Just queer old talk that. For a decent girl the like of you.
Decent? Yeah, who told you I was? Oh, don't go to sleep, old man. Listen here, I'm talking to you now.
Don't want for hear it, Anna. You go out ahead, I think.
Well, living with you is enough to drive anyone off their nut. Your bunk about the farm being so fine. Didn't I write you year after year how rotten it was? And what a dirty slave them cousins made of me. And what did you care? Nothing. Not even enough to come out and see me. That crazy bull about keeping me away from the sea. Don't go down with me. You just didn't want to be bothered with. You're just like all the rest of them.
Oh, Anna, it ain't so.
One thing I never wrote you was one of them cousins that you think is such nice people, the youngest son, Paul, that started me wrong. It was none of my fault. I hated him. Worse than hell, and he knew it, but he was big and strong like you.
God bless that.
That's why I ran away from the farm. That's what made me get a job as a nurse girl in St. Paul, and I bet you think that was a good job for a girl too, don't you? With all the nice inland men just waiting for a chance to marry me, I suppose. Oh, what a chance. Marry! Yeah, they wasn't looking for Mary. I'm owning up to everything, fair and square. I was caged in, I tell you, just like in jail. I was taking care of other people's kids and listening to them bawling and crying day and night when I wanted to be out, and I was lonesome. I was lonesome as hell. So I gave up finally. What was the use? You don't say nothing, neither of you. But I know what you're thinking. You just think all the rest. But who's to blame for it, huh? Me? Or you? If you'd been a man. If you'd been a regular father and just had me with you, maybe things would be different.
Don't talk that. No! I go crazy, I won't listen.
You will too, listen, you! Keeping me safe in England. I wasn't no nurse girl the last few years. I lied when I wrote you. I was in a house. Yeah. That kind of a house, the kind that sailors like you and Matt goes to in port, and all your nice inland men too, and old men. Damn, I hate them.
It's right.
So that's what's in it.
I suppose you remember your promise now, Matt. No other reason was to count with you so long as I wasn't married already. I suppose you want me to get dressed and go ashore, don't you? Yes, you do. And I suppose if I tried to tell you that I wasn't that no more, you'd believe me, wouldn't you? Sure you would. And if I tried to tell you that just getting out here on this barge and being on the sea had changed me, made me feel different about things, as if all I'd been through wasn't me and didn't count, it was just like it never happened, you'd laugh, wouldn't you? You'd die laughing, sure, if I told you that meeting you that funny way that night in the fog, and afterwards seeing that you was straight good stuck on me and got me to thinking for the first time. And I sized you up as a different kind of a man. A sea man is different from the ones on land, as water is from mud, and that's why I got stuck on you too. Oh, man, I was going to marry you and fool you, but I couldn't. Don't you see? I changed. I couldn't marry you with you believing a lie, and I was ashamed to tell you the truth until the two of you forced my hand, and I seen you was the same as all the rest of them. So now, give me a good falling out and beat it, like I can tell you're going to. Matt, would you believe me if I tell you that? Loving you has made me clean. Straight goods honest. Oh, I know you would. You're just like all the rest of them.
The rest is it? God's curse on you.
Stop, you crazy fool! You want to murder her?
Wait, you got the nerve to do it? Go ahead, I'll be thankful to you. Honest, I'm sick of the whole game.
God help me. And your two eyes looking at me. So I do be thinking I have a good right to smash your skull like a rotten egg. Was there ever a woman in the world have a rottenness in her that you have? There was never a man that liked to be made the fool of the world. And me taking thoughts about you and having a great love for you. and dreaming dreams of the fine life we had when we be wedded.
Go away. Leave me alone. Go away.
I'll be going surely. And I'll be drinking slews of whiskey will wash that black kiss of yours off me lips. And I'll be getting dead rotten drunk, so I'll not remember 'twas ever born you was at all. And I'll be shipping away on some boat will take me to the other end of the world, where I'll never see your face again.
No, no, you don't go. Think maybe it's better I'll marry you now.
Let go of me, old ape. Marry her, is it? I'd see her roasting in hell first. I'm shipped away out of this, I'm telling you. And me curse on you, and the curse of Almighty God and all the saints. You've destroyed me entirely this day. And may you lie awake in the long nights, tormented with thoughts of Malberg and the great wrong you've done him.
Matt!
I think I go ashore too.
Oh, leave him alone, don't you dare.
Go, forget drink.
Oh. I'm driving you to drink too, am I? Suppose you want to go get drunk and forget like him?
Yes, I want! You think I like hear the things?
Suppose you want me to beat it? You don't want me here disgracing you, I suppose.
No. No, you stay on. It ain't your fault, I know. It's that old devil thief do this to me. It's her dirty tricks. It's all right on barge with just you and me. Then she bring that Irish fella in fog. She make you like him. She make you fight with me all the time. That Irish fella don't never come. You don't never tell me that things. I don't know and everything's fine. Dirty old twin.
What's the use? Go on ashore and get drunk.
You wait here, Anna.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll get drunk. Maybe I'll... What the hell do you care what I do? Go on and beat it. Come in. Come in.
It's foggy.
So you came back at last, did you? Gee, you're a fine-looking sight. Thought for sure you'd beaten me for good on account of the disgrace I brought on you.
Don't say that, Anna, please.
What's the trouble? Feeling sick?
Inside my head feels sick.
Well, what do you expect after being soused for 2 days? Serves you right. Fine thing, leaving me all alone on this barge all that time.
I'm sorry, Anna.
Sorry.
But I'm not sick inside head by you mean. I'm sick from thinking too much about you, about me.
What about me? You suppose I ain't been thinking too?
Sorry, Anna. Pack your bag. You was going.
Yes. Going right back to what you think.
Anna.
I've been getting my train to New York. I've been waiting and waiting until I was sick of it. Then I changed my mind and decided not to go today. But I'm going first thing tomorrow, so it's all the same in the end.
No, you never do that, Anna.
Why not? I'd like to know.
You don't never got to do that vague no more. Fix that up all right.
Fix what up?
You was waiting, you say. You wasn't waiting for me, I bet.
You win.
For that Irish fella?
Yes. You want to know? If he came back now, it'd be because he wanted to beat me up or kill me, I suppose. But even if he did, I'd rather he come back than not show up at all. I don't care what he did.
I guess it's true you was in love with him, all right?
You guess.
And I'm sorry for you like hell he don't come on.
Seems to me you've changed your tune a lot.
I've been thinking. I guess it was all my fault. All them bad things happened to you. You try for not hate me. I'm a crazy old fool, that's all.
You said I hated you.
I'm sorry for everything I do wrong for you, Anna. I want to make you happy all the rest of your life, for make happy. Make you happy, marry that Irish fella. I wanted to.
There ain't no chance, but I'm glad you feel different about it anyway.
And you think maybe you forgive me sometime?
I'll forgive you right now.
Annalena.
Hey, don't bawl about it. Nothing to forgive anyway. It ain't your fault. It ain't mine, it ain't his neither. We're all poor nuts and things happen and we just get mixed in wrong. That's all.
You say great thing, Anna. I couldn't. Ain't nobody's fault. Is that old devil seed?
Better quit that stuff. You said you fixed something up about me? What was it?
I'm shipping away on sea again, Anna.
Your what?
The sign on steamer, sail tomorrow. I got my old job, Woodson. I think that's best thing for you. I only bring you bad luck, I think. I make your mother's life sorry. I don't want to make yours that way, but I do just same. That old devil sea make me yawn a man ain't no good for nobody. You think now it's no use fight with sea. No man gonna beat her by Ingo.
So that's how you're gonna fix me, is it?
Yes, I think if the devil get me back, she'd leave you alone.
I'm just saying, don't you see that's what you've always been doing? Don't you see? No. No, you ain't right. That's what. I ain't never gonna ask you for nothing no more. Only how you could figure that was fixing me.
But that ain't all. I get them fellers in steamship office to pay you all money coming to me every month while I'm away.
I won't be hard up for no small change.
No, it ain't much, but it's plenty for keeping you so you don't never got to go back
No, shut up. We'll talk about that later.
You like to go ashore? Look for that Irish fella on it.
Think I want to drag him back?
By golly, that booze don't go well. Give me fever, I think. I feel hot like hell.
Down your pocket. Ton of lead. A gun. What'd you get this for?
I forgot. Ain't nothing. Ain't loaded anyway.
That ain't telling me why you got it.
I'm an old fool. I get it when I go ashore first. I think then it's all fault of that Irish fella.
Say, you're crazier than I thought. I never dreamt you'd go that far.
I don't. I get better sense right away. I don't never buy bullets even. It ain't his fault, I know.
Well, I'll take care of this for a while, loaded or not.
Throw it overboard if you want. I don't care. Oh, by golly. I think I go lie down. I feel sick. We talk again before I go, yes?
Where are you sailing to?
Cape Town. That's in South Africa. She's a British steamer called Londonderry. Anna, you forgive me, sure?
Sure I do. You ain't to blame for it. You're just what you are. Like me.
Then you let me kiss you again once?
Sure. No hard feelings.
Anna, I can't say it. Good night, Anna.
Stand this much longer? What am I waiting for anyway? Like a damn fool.
Anna!
Man.
Anna! But you're not be hiding from me, who's ever here. Just as well you know I do have a right to come back and murder you. There's no one here, I'm thinking. It is a great fool I am to be coming. Here on Malberg. 'Tis a great jackass you've become. What's gotten into you at all? At all. She's gone out to this long ago, I'm telling you. And you'll never see her face again.
What are you doing?
Nigga!
Well, can't you talk?
Yeah, but your scroll skirt out to be coming after me so suddenly taking hours alone.
You've got your nerve butting in here without knocking or nothing. What do you want?
Well, nothing much. I was wanting to have a last word with you, that's all.
Careful now.
murdering me you be now, God forgive you. Or is it thinking I'd be frightened by that old tin whistle?
Count, do you hear?
Let your shoot stand. Let your shoot, I'm saying, to be done with it. Let you end me with one shot and I'll be taking you. For it's a rotten dog's life I've lived the past 2 days.
Why coming back here? Why don't you beat it? Go on.
'Tis because 'tis a great weak fool of the world I am. You may torment it with the wicked as you told of yourself, and drinking oceans of booze that make me forget.
And scrapping too, ain't you?
I have, with every scut who take off his coat to me. And each time I be hitting one a clout in the mug, it wasn't his face I be seeing at all, but yours. And me wanting to drive a blow and knock you out of this world, or I wouldn't be sane or taking more of you.
Thanks.
That's right. Make aim of me. Well, the great coward, surely, to be coming back to speak with you at all. You've a right to laugh at me.
I ain't laughing at you, man.
You to be who you are, and me to be Malberg, and me to be drove back to look at you again. 'Tis black shame is on me.
Then get out. No one's holding you.
Tell me it's a lie I'm saying. That's what I'm after coming to hear you say.
Why? What?
All the badness you told me 2 days back. Sure, it must be a lie. You was making game of me, wasn't you? Telling me it was a lie, Anna. And I'll be saying prayers of thanks on my 2 knees to the Almighty God.
I can't. Don't you see that no matter what I was, I'm not that anymore? Listen, I've been waiting here all along for 2 days, just thinking that maybe you'd come back. Thinking that maybe you'd think over all I said, and that maybe... I don't know what I was hoping, but I was afraid to even go out of the cabin for a second. Man, honest. Afraid that you might come back and not find me here, see? But then I gave up hope when you didn't show up and I went to the railroad station. I was going to New York. I was going back.
God's curse on you.
Listen, you hadn't come, and I gave up hope. But at the station, well, I couldn't go. I got my ticket and everything. But then I got to thinking about you, and I couldn't take that train. I just couldn't. So I came back here and wait some more. Don't you see I've changed, man? So can't you forgive all that's dead and gone and just forget it?
Forget, is it? Well, don't forget till me day and day. And me tormented with thoughts. Oh, I wish I had one of them forward this minute, and I beat him with me fist till he'd be a bloody corpse. And wishing the whole lot of them were roasted in hell to the judgment day, and yourself along with them, for you're as bad as they are.
Rat! You've had your say so. Just go on and feed it.
And what shall you be doing?
I don't care what I do.
I'm asking you.
My bag's packed. Got my ticket. I'll go to New York tomorrow.
You mean you'll be doing the same again?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not. Oh, don't torment me with that talk! Oh, to the CWR sent to drive me mad eternally.
Oh, for heaven's sake, leave me alone. Go away. Can't you see I'm licked? Why do you want to keep kicking me?
Oh, but don't you deserve the words I take
Oh,
off?
maybe I do, but don't rub it in. Why didn't you tell me what you said you was going to do? Think that ship was going to take you to the other side of the earth, but you'd never see me again.
I have.
You're going, honest?
I signed on today at noon, drunk as I was, and she's sailing tomorrow.
Where's she sailing to?
Cape Town,
Cape Town.
'cause that's the end of Africa.
Well, you're keeping your word all right, ain't you? What's the boat's name?
The Londonderry. What's up with you now?
No, it's funny. It's funny. I'll die laughing.
Laughing at what?
No, it's a secret. You'll find out soon enough. No. Oh, it's funny. What kind of place is this Cape Town, anyway? Plenty of Danes there, I suppose.
To hell with them. That I may never see another woman to me dying hour.
Well, that's what you say now, but I bet by the time you get there, you'll forget all about me. Start right in talking the same old bull you talked to me the first one you meet.
Oh, nuts then! God Medjus, you're making me out to be the like of yourself, you are! And you taking up with this one, and that's all the years of your life!
Yeah, that is what I do mean. You're doing the same thing all your life, being up a new girl out in every port. How are you any better than I was?
I'm a fool to be wasting talk on ya, and you horned badness. I'll go after this and leave you alone forever. And I suppose it's the same lies you told them all before that you told to me about love.
It's a lie, I never did.
You would be saying that anyway.
You're trying to accuse me of being in love, really in love with them?
I'm taking your word, Shirley.
Oh, I've stood enough from you, don't you dare! Love him! Damn thickhead, love him, I hated him, I tell you! Hated him, and may God strike me dead this minute if I ain't telling you the honest truth!
If I can only be believing you now.
Oh, what's the use? Oh, what's the use of talking? What's the use of anything? Matt, you mustn't think that for a second. You mustn't think all the other bad about me you want to, and I won't kick, because you've a right to, but you can't think that. I couldn't bear it. Knowing you was going away where I'd never see you again, will you think that about me?
If I was forgetting that you never had love for any other man in the world but me, I could be forgetting the rest, maybe. If 'tis truth you're after telling, I'd have a right, maybe, to believe you've changed, and that I've changed you myself. To detain you been all your life won't be you anymore at all.
Yeah, it's just what I've been trying to tell you all along.
For I have a power of strength in me to lead men the way I want. And women too, maybe. And I'm taking I've changed you to a new woman entirely. So I never know, or you either, what kind of woman you've been in the past at all.
Yes, you could. I know you could.
I don't think it wasn't your fault, maybe. But having it all ache for a father that left you to grow up alone made you what you was. If I could be believing it was only me, you...
You gotta be believing that, Matt, you gotta. And what can I do? I'll do anything you want to prove to you that I'm not lying.
Will you swear an oath now? A terrible, fearful oath to drive your soul to the devils of hell if you was lying.
Sure. I'll swear, Matt, on anything.
We swear on this.
Yes, sure, I will. Give it to me.
'Tis a cross given to me by me mother, God rest her soul. I was a lad only, and she told me to keep it by me if I be waking or sleeping and never lose it, and it bring me luck. She died soon after. But I'm after keeping it with me from that day to this. And I'm telling you there's great power in it. And 'tis great bad luck it saved me from. And me roaming the seas. And I have it tied around me neck when me last ship sunk. And it's bringing me safe to land when others went to their death. And I'm warning you now, if you swear an oath on this, 'tis me old woman herself will be looking down from heaven above and praying Almighty God and the saints to put a great curse on you if you hear you swearing a lie.
I wouldn't have the nerve, honest, if it was a lie. But it's the truth. And I ain't afraid to swear. Give it to me.
Be careful what you swear, I'm saying.
Well, what do you want me to swear? You say it.
Swear I'm the only man in the world ever you felt love for.
I swear it.
And that you'll be forgetting from this day all the badness you've done and never do the like of it again.
I swear it by God.
And may the blackest curse of God strike you if you're lying. Say it now. And may the blackest curse of God strike me if I'm lying. Oh, glory be to God. I'm after believing, you know.
What's the matter with you?
Is a Catholic you are? Oh, God help me. There's some devil's trickery in it. To be swearing it off on a Catholic cross and you one of the others.
You don't believe me?
If it isn't a Catholic you are.
I ain't nothing. And what difference does it make? Didn't you hear me swear?
Oh, I had a right to stay away from you. But I couldn't. I was loving you in spite of it all and wanting to be with you. God forgive me no matter what you are. I'd go mad if I don't have you. I'd be killing the world. If your oath is no sacred oath at all, I'll have to be taking your naked word for it and have you anyway uptaken. I'm going to do that bad.
I swore, didn't I?
Oath or no oath, 'tis no matter. We'll be wedded in the morning with the help of God. We'll be happy now, the two of us, in spite of the devil.
We have drink on this, by golly.
God stick it, John.
That's the way to talk. But say, isn't it time you and Matt Christie made up? You're going to be shipmates on the Londonderry. Didn't you know?
Shipmates, as himself.
I was bosun on
The devil. You'll be going back to sea and living her alone, would ya?
Oh, let him go. Matt, it's where he belongs, and I want him to go. And you go too. We'll need the money. And as for me being alone, well, it runs in the family, and I'll get used to it. I'll get us a little house somewhere and make a regular place for you two to come home to. Wait and see. As for now, drink up, be friends. Go on.
Sure. Here's luck to you.
Skål.
You'll not be lonesome long, I'll see to that, with the help of God. 'Tis himself here will be having a grandchild to ride on his foot, I'm telling you.
Oh, quit the kidding.
If there's any religion you have at all, you and your Anna,
Why, yes. We was Lutheran in old country.
Luther's, is it? Well, I'm damned then, surely. Here, what's the difference? 'Tis the will of God, anyway.
It's funny. It's queer, yes? You and me shipping on same boat that way. They ain't right. I don't know. It's that old way, old devil see do her worst dirty tricks, yes? It's so.
I'm fearing maybe you have the right of it for once. Divil take ya.
Fog all the time. Can't see where you was going. Only that old devil's seed. She knows.